Are we recording?
Oops.
We are recording. Okay. Hi, guys. Welcome to our February 12th weekly team Zoom. How is everybody? I want to welcome all the new people to our team. We have about 57 people on right now. We have about close to 300 people on our team. We've got to get these numbers up a little bit. All right. I wanted to get everybody on tonight and go over a lot of updates, and I want to make sure that everybody understands the importance of getting in. Let me just mute everybody out. Hold on a second. Okay. I want to make sure that everybody understands the importance of getting on these calls, these weekly calls. We get, we have a couple of different forms of communication. We have our Happiness Tribe message thread on Instant Messenger, and then we have smaller team threads, but they get a little bit out of control. I know a lot of people have been removing themselves from them because everybody's asking the same questions over and over. And I know that a lot of new people are coming in, but the first thing that when a new person comes in, the first thing that you should be doing is going to our team page and looking at the Getting Started guide and the facts. Once you go through those two, if a question isn't answered, then bring it to the Happiness Tribe thread, because otherwise, everybody's getting turned off because it's constantly blinging, and nobody has any kind of time to be sitting there going through everything. I mean, legitimately, we will have somebody ask a question, and 5 minutes later, somebody asks the same question, and 3 minutes later, somebody asks the same question. So nobody's scrolling, which I know it's a lot to scroll through, but I want to make sure that we're utilizing these things the right way. So basically, what I'm going to do is we're going to go back to that, but I'm going to start with the updates that I got on my leadership call last night. Just so you know, everyone who has hold on a second. Okay. As of last night, shipping is up to date. Up until last night, it was the 3rd, so we should be up to the 4th or the 5th at this point, okay, for shipping. Kevin Thomas, who is our formulator, is getting an 11-lane machine. Should be coming in soon, so that's going to speed up the process of things a lot. The new packets of the Elevate coffee, the single packets, they're going to start to come out soon. They already started producing them. There's been a little change in plans. They will not be 32 a pack. Just the tub is going to be 32 a pack. And the reason being is that if they increase it to 32 a pack, they have to increase the cost of that because of the packaging. So they want to keep costs down, so that the individual packets are going to be 24 like they were. They're going to remain 24, and we're still going to have the tubs at 30. So if anybody wants 30, they could do that. And then also after convention, everything should be, by the time we get to convention, everything should be running smoothly. So we shouldn't be hitting as many bumps in the road as we are hitting now. I know, Stephanie got the new packaging today. You want to show it to us? If you have it, pull it up and let's take a look. So I know that there's a lot of bumps in the road, guys. I know there's a lot of frustration that we're 2 weeks out. It's annoying. I get it. Everybody gets it. That's not the new one, Ruby. It's frustrating. We all get it, but this is the great thing about it is we are in pre-launch. You're never a year from now, you're gonna look back and say, oh my God, we were bitching and moaning about it taking 2 weeks. Look at the business that we have now. This is amazing. Not a lot of people get to be in pre-launch, so we gotta roll with the punches and just make the best of it. Like I said, we will be getting up and running a little more efficiently very soon. There's a lot of things that are on the horizon, and it's gonna start to be worked out relatively quickly. So just bear with everything, and just keep positive, because like I said, this is a great opportunity. This is a great experience. Could you guys mute yourself out, please? Don't mind.
Packaging now.
Oh, perfect. Oh, look at that, guys. Do you see that?
White.
So everything is turned to the white, which is pretty awesome. Let's see the sticks. Okay, good. Oh, they're longer?
Yep.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. So everybody sees that? Perfect. Cool. Thank you. So, so like I said, once we get to convention, everything should start to run a little more smoothly. Again, we are in pre-launch, so we got a lot of things that we have to handle and take care of. And obviously, you know that we had a little bit of an issue the past couple of weeks that has been in the process of getting resolved. So we are really full force ahead now. Also, so you know, anybody who was a promoter before December 31st has the ability to earn 72,000 shares. Some people have earned it already. Yay. That goes through March. So you have the rest of this month and the rest of next month to hit platinum. If you have platinum, you earned yourself 72,000 shares. We also have the Whisper promotion going on. And if you do not know what the Whisper promotion is, I can't say it, but if you do not know what it is and you are going to convention, you need to ask your sponsor what that is. Okay. I'm not allowed to put it in a recording, but if you're coming to convention, ask your sponsor. And if you're on the fence about coming to convention, you need to ask your sponsor because this is going to be huge what this promotion is. All you have to do is show up at convention and you get this. So it's pretty awesome. Not to mention, and I'm going to go back to convention in a little bit, but not to mention about it being so important to get to convention. We have a lot of goodies planned for you guys. So we need to know who is going. We need a lot of people there. All right. The other thing I just wanted to mention about the shares, if you have already earned them, you have to remember you have to be vested for 3 years before you're able to get them. All right. Just so everybody knows. And that's with any company. If you earn shares of a stock, you have to be vested. Okay. Another thing I wanted to talk about was issues with ordering going through. I know some people have been having issues where it's going to another person. They are working on this. It's not just us. I was talking to a lot of the other leaders last night, and it's a big issue. There are basically what's going on is it's not a glitch in the system. We have some great network internet networking people who know how to use the system, and they are able to somehow if people type in keywords from their iPhone, I think it's just from the iPhone, but if they type in specific keywords, it automatically goes to them. Another problem is that we're noticing that people don't know the difference. And I'm not saying these are people, but people don't know the difference between the search bar and where they're typing in the website. So that's another problem. They think they're typing in your website into the top, where it says, elevacity.com /, but they're really typing it into the search bar. And when they're doing that, it's pulling up a Google search to a specific or a few specific websites. And like I said, we have some people on our team that do it too. There's nothing wrong with it. But they're internet marketers, and they buy Google ads, which is brilliant, and it brings them to the top. So if somebody does a search for keywords like smart coffee or whatever, you are going to their site. So just be careful. I would definitely tell anybody that's ordering or signing up that to go in, when you're going in to do it, it should say presented by. If it does not have, tell them if it does not have your name, there's a good chance it's going to somebody else. So you better make sure that they're doing it right, because now there's a lot of paperwork with it. Every time this happens, you have to fill out a form. The person who it went to has to fill out a form, and the customer or the promoter that's signing up has to fill out a form. So it's not an easy process. And the reality is that, I tend to think that the people who are the internet marketers who are getting these orders are not going to be happy when they have to give them back to somebody else, right? So you need to. All right, Brent, you could talk about that in a second because I don't even know what that is. So basically, Brent just sent me a message. She's talking about a landing page that I'm going to make him, if he's able to, if he's not driving, I'm going to have him talk about it. Brent, just message me privately and let me know if you could talk about that. But basically, so just tell them to be aware, tell them to look at the website. When they get onto the website, just make sure it's yours. This way, at least we don't have to go through all this because, like I said, it is a lot of paperwork. It's 3 people have to fill out a form, and I'm sure not everybody's going to be happy about this. So let's just do it right from the get-go. There is another new message that I have to convey. We have a new rule in place. January was a gift to us. But starting in February, in order to get any kind of commission, we can't get around this, guys. It's not like they didn't want to do this, but it is a rule for MLM. It is a rule for anything in direct sales. In order for it to not be as though we are just recruiting to actually make money, you have to have a customer base. So starting this month, this pay period, this pay cycle, for February, you have to have a minimum of 2 customers in order to get commission. Okay. Does anybody have any questions on that? And again, it's not a rule that they made up. They were trying to do without it, but because we have to abide by network marketing rules, we have to make sure that we're on the up and up for everything. So that has to be put in place. Kelly asked if there's a chance they're going to still do the 30 sticks. They are. I don't think so, because they said that they wanted to keep the cost down, and they're not going back on what they said because they're keeping the tub at the lower cost and they didn't raise the cost on that, and they just increased the amount of scoops that they had in there. So. New customers. What do you mean, Josie? Could you unmute yourself, Josie?
Like 2 new customers a month, or just 2 personal customers?
I think it's 2 customers a month because you have to be active.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So 2 customers a month. I'll double check on that. I'll get clarification because we just breezed over it last night. But I just wanted to tell you guys, I mean, everybody's pretty much building now anyway. And the reality is that if you don't have 2 customers, you're not making any money anyway. So at that point, it really wouldn't make a difference. But it is to avoid you recruiting a superstar and pretty much letting them do all the work. Right? If that makes any kind of sense. That's one of the reasons why they do it. No, I think it's Shelly's asking if it's 1 customer and 1 distributor. It has to be 2 customers because there are a lot of rules in network marketing that they don't want it to be just distributor based. They want it to, you want to have it based on having customers. So it has to be 2 customers. Okay. Heidi wanted me to do a quick recap on what the serving size is. The tub is 30. It's at 30. It's going to stay at 30. It's the price that everybody's had, $40 or $50, and that's it. The sticks, we were going to go to 32 a pack, but because they had to increase the pack, they had to increase the price, and they don't want to do that. They want to keep the price the way that it is. They're going to keep it at 24. So the individual sticks are going to be 24 to a pack, and the tub is going to be 32 a pack. Okay. All right, so everybody understands this new rule, the 2 customer rule, right? Good? Okay. Back office. We're going to start to see a lot of things rolling through the back office. Very soon, they're going to start to show the rank updates. So we will be able to see everybody on our team who's ranking up, as opposed to going in individually and clicking on it and seeing what their volume is. So we'll be able to see that quickly. I wanted to just talk to you guys a little bit about the 3 promotions that are going on. We have pretty cool promotions right now. First is Shooting Star. Everybody needs to do this. It is $500 in your pocket. You need to get this done, right? If you get 4 customers on auto ship, you get a dose set. You get Xanthamax and you get coffee. If you get 6 customers, that's called 6 star, you get 2 dose, right? So 2 Xanthamax and 2 things of coffee. If you get 12, you remain with you get 2 dose and $500 cash. So that's pretty awesome, guys. And then with your commission and stuff, it comes out to I think $749 or something. You could do that every month, so that's an extra $700 a month in your pocket. Pretty cool stuff. So don't forget about that. Could you guys hear me? Okay, thank you. And remember, guys, you could do that every month. Now, I have one clarification on that. I just want to make sure that everybody understands this. We originally were under the impression that it was going to be, like, let's say I started on the 18th of the month, that I had from February 1st to February 18th. That is not the case. If you come on now, right, like let's say you come on the, let's say the 12th, you have from the 12th through the 30th, through the 28th of this month. If you came in last month, you have a full month. It's a full calendar month. So we were originally under the impression that it was just when your start date. That's not the case unless you just came on, right? Which that should make sense to everybody. You should, it's just a full calendar month. So depending on when you start is what you have for the rest of the month. And then every month, once you're out, after your first month, you have the full month. Everybody get that?
So you said if they enrolled the 12th, they only have to the 28th? No, they have until the 12th, right?
Correct.
Next month. Okay.
Correct.
And theirs will always just be that same.
I think, you know what, I want to clarify with them again, because I would think, they did say that, Britt, but I would think that it would have ended at the end of the month and they have the 3 weeks or whatever, and then the following month, because this is a monthly thing, it's recurring. So the following month, then they have the full month. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna double check with them, just to make.
It couldn't be like that, because let's say if they had until the 12th of the next month, and they got a customer on the 11th, would it count for the new month or the old month? It has to either be rolling with your enrollment date, or it has to start at.
Right. That's why I would think I originally thought that it would start over, but then somebody did say, oh, well, I think Michael said that it carried over. So that still is not 100% clear. I'll find out, guys, and I'll post that in the happiness page, the Happiness Tribe page. Okay.
But to clarify for sure on what Maria said on the other part of it, if anybody enrolled before February 1st, we have all February. So if you enrolled on like the 12th, like she said, it doesn't end on the 12th. Like you didn't have to get them all before the 12th.
January 12th.
Correct.
Yeah. January, sorry. If you enrolled before February 1st, you're good. You have all that.
Yep. All right. I just want to go back, before I go to the next promotion, I just want to go back and clarify on the issue with people signing up underneath other people by accident. If you see that happening, email me immediately and I will send you a form. Okay? This way we're not waiting a week or 3 days or whatever. I want to get these in, because remember, you have to fill out a form. The person who we made the mistake with, or it got put in by accident, they have to fill out a form, and so does the other person who the sale went to or the promoter went to. So you don't want to wait on that. Make sure that you follow up with all of your people to see who they're bringing in and to make sure that you got the sale, right? Like it shouldn't take, like if you're speaking to somebody actively and you're enrolling them or you're selling something to them, you don't want to wait until the next day to see if they actually went in. You know what I mean? Like you need to be active with them and find out that night. Did you go in? Did you order? Because it's going to show up in your back office. If you don't see something in your back office after you were just talking to somebody, you need to get on them to see what's going on. Right? Okay. I just want to go over the next promotion, which is the 5 gets 5 promo.
Okay,
right?
one question about the promoter thing and it going under regular people.
Yep.
I
It's not
realized,
regular. It's only a certain group of people. That's
right, I realized if I was one of those internet marketers, if I was an online marketer, and you sent me a form and said, hey, this was my customer, I probably wouldn't fill it out. I'm an internet marketer.
Right.
So what are they going to do about those situations where these internet marketers are like, no, I mean, this is what I do. I internet market. Your people went to my website.
Yep.
What are they going to do about that? Do you just
Honestly, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I was talking to Judy about it earlier, guys, and she was just about to tell them to shut down all customer orders today until they get this fixed, because that's how many people it's going through. Right. So, and that's exactly what I said. I said, you can't guarantee that the third party who is getting the sales, who paid to get Google ads, right? That was they did that on purpose. It was done on purpose, right? They paid for it. Now they're getting the ads and they're getting the people, and they're not going to be able to keep them because some of them were in accident. They're not going to be happy. So they're going to try to fix it as soon as possible. If the site goes down tonight or tomorrow, it could be because they had a bunch more. They got it. They need to nip it in the bud, guys. And I just want you guys to be aware of this right now, because if it were you, and I know it is some of you that lost your sales to, going over, you're not going to be happy, and they're not going to be happy on their end too, because they paid a lot of money for those Google ads. So just make sure that everybody's looking at what you're doing right now. And if you're signing people up, just make sure that they're aware of who they're going under.
Yeah, if you'll just get them to copy your link and paste it in their browser and not type it. I think that's the issue, because if I start typing Elevocity, it pulls up an online marketer's website right away. And then when I go to order, it doesn't say who's your referrer or anything. Like, it literally is someone else's website, like just by typing Elevocity in my web browser. So it pulls those internet marketers because they've paid a lot of money for ads in the Google. So
Right.
if they don't copy and paste your link exactly, it's probably not going to go to you.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I'll add to that, Brittany, too. One of the things I've been doing, which I may have said this before or whatever on another call, but I've been placing a lot of orders for customers, especially now seeing that this has been an issue or whatever come up. I have not even been sending my website link at all, really. I've just been getting them on the phone and placing the order for them on my desktop computer or on my iPad, so that our customers have the best experience possible, and so that they don't really know about what's going on, because to them on their end, with all the little things that kept popping up today or whatever, and different little things. So I've just been placing orders for my customers a lot, either gathering their information or getting them on the phone. And, and a lot of people say, well, what if my customer doesn't want to send my information over or whatever? I mean, I've had six new customers today who did send me their information, and I did place the orders for them. And they were completely understanding, because I, was up front and said that I wanted them to have the best experience possible. And we've been having some issues with our website. And so, let me make this easy for you. And they let me make it easy for them. And so I was able to get that many customers just from that.
Yeah, I agree. If you do it for them, then there's really no issue. You're going to know that you're on your actual page, whereas they may not. Because a lot of these internet marketers, it's a very vague name. It's not like when it pops up, it says Brittany Beck. I mean, it says Team Elevocity and stuff like that. They don't know that they're not on your page, obviously. And then they do. And, they know what they're doing, It's not like they're trying to cheat anybody. They know what they're doing. And
their names are /store, /wholesale, /smart coffee. I mean, they set it up right. I was sitting here with my brother-in-law yesterday, and I want to kick myself in the ass. I was the first person to come over with Judy and Mark, and I don't know why I used my name. I don't know why the hell I wasn't thinking to do something like that, because that's huge. I mean, they get a lot of traffic by doing that. So, it's really, it's beneficial for them, but not so beneficial for us, right?
Yeah, one thing that we do, and someone asked it in the chat, is we bought a domain name, and so we can share everyone just a .com, and it goes where we want it to.
Yep.
We handle where that goes, and then there's zero possibility of it going anywhere else.
Yeah.
So basically, we own KetoBex.com, And then we have shop.ketobex and join.ketobex. And we just send those two to everybody.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so
And
they're
that
not
makes-
going to go anywhere else.
Yeah, they're not getting anywhere but our sites.
Good idea.
And it's cheap. I mean,
Yeah,
like
it's-
$50 a year or something, you can get a
Yeah, it's
domain.
incredibly inexpensive. If you don't buy the privacy, if you don't mind your phone ringing 100 times a day, it's like $12 a year.
And Rachel, why aren't people just clicking on your links? Unfortunately, if you guys didn't know this, if they click on your link in Facebook Messenger, it won't let them add anything to their cart. So they have to actually copy the link and paste it in the browser, or they can't add anything to their cart, or they're going to their computer and typing it. And so I think that's where a lot of it gets lost.
That may not be an issue on Android.
Yeah, it may just be iPhone, but literally, if you
It
click
is.
on someone's,
Yeah, I think it
takes
It
you
is,
by
okay.
phone.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The built-in browser for Facebook Messenger is awful.
Yeah, they have to actually get it outside of Facebook Messenger for it to work.
Yeah. Yep. So that's the issue that we're having, guys. So let's just, be cognizant of what we got going on. Do we have anybody? Okay. All right. The 5 gets 5 promo. Anybody who is new started between February 1st and February 28th. The top 5 people who enrolled the most Happy Packs get a hotel room and a VIP ticket at convention, which is pretty cool. Right. So, I mean, you get to go to you get to get a hotel room for free, and you get a VIP package for free, which is pretty damn awesome. All right. So if you're enrolling Happy Packs, get on it, because you could win. 5 people are going to win. And then the third promotion is, I think you guys know this already, the top five people who produce the most customers. Top 5 people are going to share $5,000. So the first person who produces the most customers is going to get $2,500. That's given to somebody already, because there's no way any of us in hell is going to be able to achieve what she achieves. But Amy Smith, it's claimed, guys, so don't think you get $1,000 on that one. You could try for it, but it ain't going to happen. Second person gets $1,000, and the third, fourth, and fifth people get $500 each. All right. So, no, Nicole, it's anything above Happy Pack. So it could be Happy Pack, it could be Happier, or Happiest. Any of the packs. So sell. What? No, what?
The email did say happier and happiest only.
That's what you're right. That's what I thought. But Judy,
Did they correct it? Okay.
that's what they said last night. They said Happy Pack and above. So I'll clarify that too, guys, because you never know what you get at these leadership calls. So, and just so you know, the top 5 customers, you have to be at convention in order to get that money, right? So if you're enrolling people with these packets, you have to be at convention if you won any of the money. Allison wants to know, just to set goals, Allison wants to know what Amy's customer base looks like. Amy's customer base is, what did we say? It was 507 customers, right? For last month? Is that right?
507 for a month and a half.
A month and a half. Half of December and January, 507.
So how do you like that for setting goals? And she had, what did she have? 467 that set themselves up on that. So those are goals, guys. Those are goals. But she's a social media guru. So she's got goals are set. Yes. She's got a big following. So it's pretty, you should follow her too, to see some of the things that she does. They also have what is it called? Oh, a Track Your Tribe page that they give some helpful information on social media and stuff like that. All right. Convention tickets are transferable. You can sell them, or you could get $150 in product if you return them. All right. You cannot sell the VIP tickets. The VIP tickets are not, you can't transfer them or sell them. So, you know. Once we get to convention, the 21 Days of Happiness is going to be in the back office. And if anybody does not know what that is, Sean Acor, who's going to be get our big speaker. Sorry, the puppies are killing each other.
Them buddies.
Yeah, give me them. Sean is one of our keynote speakers. He is, say hi, guys.
We need 2 babies.
He has a 21 day of happiness, like a course, right? And it's going to be in the back office, and it's a 21-day course that we are going to be able to give to people. Sorry.
Yeah, got it.
Fresh, that little one. So Oprah, just so you guys know, Oprah sells it for $59.95.
Ow.
So, we get it. It's included with your 21 days of, you get the dose and the 21 days of happiness. So it's free. If people are on dose, it goes hand in hand with dose. All right. Everybody knows.
But when they order dose, they're not only getting 21 packs. We've had a lot of questions about that. They still get 30, Ventamax 30 in the tub, but the program that comes with it is 21 days of happiness.
Correct. Yes. Yep.
And I have a quick question. Did anybody get their tickets in the mail today? I got mine in the mail today. If anybody got their tickets, unmute. I have a question. Okay, so I was the only lucky one. Okay.
I saw somebody.
I got mine,
No.
Brittany.
Yeah, there
You
were.
did? Jeanette, did you?
I got mine, yes.
Fine, Rosie.
Okay. Did any of you order a happiest pack and only get 1 ticket, or did any of you order a happiest pack and get 2 tickets?
I actually haven't gotten my happiest pack one yet. I just ordered it at the end of the month, so.
So did you get convention tickets in the mail?
Well, I got one for the first, the happier, I guess, pack I bought, and then I upgraded to the happiest at the end of the month, and I haven't gotten that one yet.
Okay.
I received one in the mail today, but I had already bought 2 online, and they had sent me an email to where I could print those tickets.
Yeah, the people who bought them outside of the packs got them already. They were emailed already. So these are the ones that come in the packs. We should be receiving them within the next couple of days. I guess it really depends where you are, where you're located. So I know a lot of people got them. Michael Garcia got it already. A bunch of people did get them today. All right. Brett, you want to talk about convention a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, she's mentioned it quite a few times, but we really, really, really have to get more people committed to this. I know that most people are not in a financial situation where you can buy a plane ticket, a room, a ticket to the event, and just get there. So when you're sitting back thinking, oh, okay, well, I can't invest that kind of money, think about all the people on our team that are still going, even though they can't invest that kind of money. So I just want you to understand, like, you're sitting back thinking, I just can't invest that kind of money. Neither can anybody else. But guess what? We're going to have a room full of people that are going to get way more than they invest to get to this event out of this event. That makes sense. You're going to get a lot more out of it than you put in it. Right. So it's really where you want your business to go. Do you want your business to be incredibly amazing this year? Do you want to quit your full-time job? Do you want to accomplish 6 figures, 7 figures? Then if those are your goals, you have to go. Like, you just are going to have to bite the bullet, invest the money, and get there, even though it may not be the easiest thing to do. Okay. It's just the way it is. I mean, no one is like, I love to throw $1,000 down the drain right now. That's not what it is. Okay. So the reason why so many people from our team are investing and going, and so many people are sitting back like, oh, I can't afford it, is because those people that are investing and going know what they're going to get out of it. They've been to events before, so they know it's going to grow their belief in the industry. It's going to grow their belief in the company. It's going to grow their belief in themselves. So if you are sitting back right now and you're like, I would love to go, I would love to do this full time, I would love to really, really do this big, you really can't afford not to go. I know, and that sounds cheesy and everybody says it, but you really have got to just do it. I mean, there are people like at our last company that sold their car to get there. that literally went and sold their car, took the money, and went to the event.
Brittany and I
That's
were
how-
talking about somebody earlier that, like, I'm amazed. It's from somebody from our old company. She could never afford to pay her mortgage, but she always wound up going to every event every 3 months because she knew what it was doing for her business. So, and I'm not saying don't pay your mortgage, but
Yeah.
what I am
Don't sell your car, don't not pay
Right.
your mortgage, but
what I am telling you is this, right? On the 15th of this month, a lot of people are going to be getting bigger checks than they've probably seen ever in direct sales, right? And if it's not their biggest check, it's because it's their first month here, right? In 3 months, 2 months, 3 months, it will be their biggest check. Pretty positive. I mean, you know, I've been in this industry for 17 years, and what they set out to do in this company, they are doing. Like, I could finally leave my job, my full-time job, to do this full-time. You know what I mean? So everything that they're saying, if you put work into it, you will get, I promise you, if you work this as a business, you will get rewarded. But it doesn't come easy, guys. Like, you have to work it as a business. But what I'm telling you is that the compensation is there, right? I never thought that I would be selling coffee, honestly. That was the last thing I wanted to do was sell coffee. And I never thought that coffee would be such a big business. But combined with everything else that we have and the happiness and everything else, I mean, it could really potentially be very lucrative for everybody that's on this call right now. You know, so if you tell me, I have people that'll say, you know, when we're goal setting, oh, Maria, I just want to make $250. I'm like, are you freaking nuts? $250? Like, you can't even imagine what you could do. So my point is that on the 15th of the month, you're going to see people posting about what they're getting, and it's probably more than they've seen in any other direct sales company, right? Like Bridget, right? You posted, you know, just what you've done in the past couple of weeks. How many people have contacted you about that?
Like a ton. Like, I've probably had phone calls with at least 3 people a day.
Right?
Yeah.
So,
Still want it.
it's incredible. And Stephanie, to answer your question, and that's something I did want to mention too. I know a lot of companies really rake in a lot of money by doing events. And so it's very financially beneficial for them to host an event wherever and expect everyone to go and get people there. And that's unfortunate because a lot of people spend a lot of money getting to all these events because they feel like they feel pressured. They feel like if they aren't invested in their business, then they're not going to have a good business. They feel like the leaders are looking down on them because they're not pouring all this money and getting to every single event. They want these things out of their business. They want all these goals out of their business, but they aren't able to get to every event. So they just like put it on a credit card and they go to every single event because they want their leaders to know, I'm serious. I'm invested. I'm doing this. This company will not be a company like that. We will not have an event every month and expect you to fly across the country to get to every single month and literally spend your entire paycheck that you make on the 15th to get to an event. This is our launch event. It is crucial. It's important. We are building this business from the ground up. We are laying the foundation of this business. Come to the event. You are part of the ground floor of this business. Be there. You matter. Every single one of you matter. We are so important to the launch of this business. We've got to be there. We just got to be there. And so we've got, like she said, about 300 people on our team. And I think we may have 30 committed. We really, really easily could get 50, 60, 70 people going.
plus we're giving you guys gifts for coming.
Yeah, you're going to get what you're getting for going. Like when I say you're going to get more than you put in, like you will, because you're going to grow so much when you leave. Your business is going to be amazing. But she mentioned the Whisper campaign. You literally will get more financially from going than what you put in. I mean, you just will. Like literally financially, like it's going to be incredible. Figure out what the Whisper campaign is. You need to get there because you're going to be rewarded. I promise you that. not only financially, but in your business and your mentality and your belief. It's just going to be incredible. So I really, 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 really would love for everybody to get there. I know that's not possible. Some people have other things that they've already like had planned months ago, years ago. They had no clue they were going to be selling coffee right now. But if it's financial responsibility, if it's financial issues, get there. Okay, get there. Let's share a room. Let's roll 5 or 6 deep in a room. Have a big mud mass slumber party in your room and post about it on Facebook Live. That'll grow your business.
Nick is looking for some more roommates.
Yes, we need some guys to room with Nick. If you,
He's saying no.
we need a couple girls to room with Nick. If you literally, like, this would be so fun. You could literally carpool and get someone's, SUV and roll up like 6-7 people in a car and drive cross country and do a road trip. I mean, what kind of team building bonding activities could you do along the way? I mean, that might be something that people could do to save money. Flights to Dallas are super cheap. I think ours was like $200. And I say super cheap, that is an investment for sure. But guys, you're going to be, if you're serious about building this business, you're going to need tax write-offs. I swear to you, it's tax season. Trust me, we needed every tax write-off we're getting. And if you're serious about it, get there. If you're thinking, oh, this is just a hobby, get there. It'll be fun. You'll love it either way.
Yep.
Those babies. I know.
They're killing each other.
I know. Our poor baby's so lonely.
I got 2 puppies yesterday, guys, over the weekend. So, Mark, pick them up, please. They're sisters. All right. I have a couple of more announcements I want to go through. Everybody knows that you're able to set up a map, like right from the get-go, right? Right. Everybody knows you go in, you create an account, you go in, you put your stuff in the cart, you create an account, and then you can go right back in and do your map right then and there. Right? Everybody is aware of that. Okay. So remember, get those 12 orders in. A couple of things that are going on at convention. They are going to release information on our travel options. That's why I asked you guys to comment your email address so that I could make sure that if you have purchased a promoter pack, the Happy Pack, the Happier Pack, or the Happiest Pack, you get access to 4 Oceans, and it's our discounted travel site. They're going to introduce some travel options for us, and they're probably going to mention some vacation hours that we have going on. So, you want to travel, it's going to be cheap vacations for us. And we're going to do like group travel hours or group vacations. I'll talk to you guys about this at another time because it's already 10 to 10 and I still have a lot of stuff to cover. So we'll do that on our next Zoom. I'll talk about the vacation hours and all the different things that we have going on. The Chocolate will be released at convention. It will not be released this week. It will be released at convention. So be prepared for that. We will be able to purchase it at convention and take it home, guys, just so you know. All right. So make room in your luggage to get some chocolate. All right. I don't know if anybody
I know I keep interrupting you. I'm the annoying kid in class. If y'all don't know, I'm the annoying kid in class. Teacher, I have a question. Do you know, or can you make sure that they, at convention when we sell the chocolate vape, that it sticks? Like, I'd love to get a tub for myself, but I really want sticks to be able to sell trials. So.
That's good. Yes. Okay. Got it. Okay. Australia. Do we have anybody here from Australia? Ruby wants to know purchase what? Purchase the chocolate vape, the hot chocolate. It's called chocolate vape. That will be available at convention. So starting March 2nd or 3rd, we will have that available. All right. All right, back to Australia. So because things are different in different countries, and Canada is usually like Australia, but in this case it's not. There is one ingredient in the coffee that's illegal in Australia. And ironically, it is walnut bark. Right now, remember, everything that we have is all natural. It's all botanicals. It's all plant-based. So Australia does not allow you to have walnut bark in there, in any products. It is banned. So basically, they created a new recipe and, you know, a new formula for Elevate Coffee for Australia, which is also going to be the same now that it's done, because the rules apply in Europe. So it will be the same in Europe. So once we get this going, it will be, we're probably going to be able to launch more quickly in Europe, because all, you know, they're following all the guidelines and all the rules. Basically, just so you know, when I say it's banned, I mean, they have these crazy ass rules. It's like poppy seeds here in America. Like sometimes you could have poppy seeds and it'll come up on a drug test as something. It's the same thing with walnut bark in Australia and Europe. So that they have, they had the packets already, and they're going to start producing that. So Australia is going to be up and coming pretty soon. eBay and Amazon, I just wanted to tell you, Amazon we have on lockdown. People should not be selling on Amazon at this point. eBay is a little different. They don't have the same rules. But what it is if you see people on eBay selling our products, they have to be selling them higher than retail, okay? It is totally okay for them to sell it, but they have to sell it higher than retail. So if they're selling a bottle of Xanthromax, they have to sell it for higher than $65, okay? And they're monitoring it. So if they are not selling it higher than retail, they're getting reprimanded. And there are several letters already telling them to stop selling it, and they're either being suspended or terminated. I don't know how many chances. I think they give them like one chance, and then if it's back up again, they terminate them, and they can't be. And we voted on that last night, because I know, and you guys know, there are no. We don't have a lot of rules. Like, they don't want us to be the company with all the rules and all these changing things. But we voted last night to make sure that the people who are selling on eBay they do get in trouble for it. They cannot, like, there has to be some sort of reprimands, because it's not fair to everybody else's business. All right. So just so you guys know where we are with that. If you do see anybody, if you happen to go on eBay and you see somebody that has it below cost, below retail, you need to email Sean at ellepreneurs.com. Okay. Okay. Couple of other announcements. And then we'll go over the basic stuff again. We do have, all right. So I know that we spoke about the keto chocolate bar. We are going to have, it's going to be released, but we think it's just going to be released in a limited form. And the reason being is that it's expensive. It's very, very expensive. It is a chocolate bar that's about this big. It is a keto chocolate bar. I think there are 3 flavors. There's like a salted caramel and a regular chocolate bar and something else. And they're $8 a bar. And that's our cost. That's our wholesale cost. So, I mean, for us to sell them, it's going to be insane. It's going to be a lot of money. So we're going to release it in a limited fashion to see what kind of interest we get, and then we'll take it from there. We did talk about having it available, but nothing that we're going to like push out a lot, because not everybody's going to want to spend wholesale $8 a bar. So if you're doing events, you're doing, any kind of, like vendor events or stuff like that, trade shows, they're good to have. They're definitely good to have if you're at a holistic or, like a keto, low carb, whatever trade show, they're going to be great. But to sell, regularly, I don't think we're going to get much business out of it, because who's going to want to spend $8 for a chocolate meal replacement bar? But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I believe they are working on doing, I'm just reading my notes. For the promotion, if you so when you're doing the Shooting Star promotion, if you get your free product, obviously your product is free, and then you get the Keto Cray, and really all you're doing is paying on order ship for Keto Cray. So that's pretty good if you do that every month, right? You should be only paying for Keto Cray, if you're doing that. But anyway, back to it. We are going to have a digestive enzyme coming out. There's been a lot of talk about it, and people have been asking for a digestive enzyme. So that Kevin is working on that. We will have a 5-day, the 5-day keto kickstart, but it's not going to be at convention. It's going to be further down the line. So that's it for my updates right now. I did want to talk about a couple of other things. I'll try to make it as quick as possible. Then I want to open it up for you guys too. A quick overview on social media. I know a lot of you guys are like, please give my post love and all that stuff. A like, guys, does not constitute giving somebody's post love. It does absolutely nothing for that post. So if somebody's asking you to give their post love, you need to go in there and comment. Comment, because then it brings the post current again. All right. And it's at the top of the news feed, and then people get to see it, because I noticed that a lot of people, they'll get like, give my post love, and people will love it or like it. And it's really not doing anything. They have like 50 likes and no comments. So you really need to comment on everybody, even if it's a quick, like, like, right, I love it or whatever, just comment so that you keep it live. All right. I want to go back to our community. The way that we have this set up is we have
Can I say something real quick about that post love?
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, but one very, very important aspect of that post love issue is that it's great to comment on posts, to boost it, like you said, to the top of the thread. It makes us look like idiots if we post on there as if we don't know what the post is about. Right. So if somebody says, hey, guess what's in my cup, or something like that, and you go on as an Ellepreneur and you're like, what? Tell me, boo, or something like that. The people know that you're in this company and you look like an idiot, and then we all look like idiots. So please authentically post. Love my coffee. Love my, great job, girl. Proud of you, or something like that. If they've lost weight or whatever, but authentically post. Don't pretend like you don't know what's going on, or you're a customer or something like that, because people don't like that, and it will turn folks away from all of us. That's something that we talked about this weekend, and I'm like, ooh, that's so true. People don't understand. Mm-hmm. You don't play games on social media like that, because it's going to mess us up more than it'll help us.
And I'll also add to that too, if all you do is give people post love all day and you never comment on anybody else's posts, that is all you're going to see is Ellepreneur's posts. That's all you're going to see. You're never going to see anybody else's posts. And odds are that's pretty much all that's going to see yours. So I try to limit my post love, and I try to, not that I don't like any of your posts, but I just, try to comment on my customers' posts more than my promoters, just because that's what I want to see, and that's what I want to see my posts.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. We need to, we really need to do a social media, tutorial for people. I really think that, I say this all the time, guys, but aside from your personal development, you need to set time aside every day for personal development. You need to set time aside to watch the network marketers like Ray Higdon and all these other guys. And you need to watch their videos. I post a lot of them in the Happiness Tribe. They're there for a reason, guys. They give you tidbits of information. Some give you more than tidbits of information, but these are the people who you need to listen to on how to use your social media to benefit you, right? There are people that I'll watch the most, honestly, like I watch the most random things. I'll see something that's in the sponsored things, and I look to see, like pajama people or whatever, if it's in network marketing, to see what they have to say, because I always take something away from it. There's always something that you could find in what they're saying. So it's really important to watch these, get your top 5 favorite network marketers, coaches, and just, keep them. I get, I have Eric Worre, he comes up in my Facebook. I get, every time he posts a new video, it comes up in my Facebook. I see it at the bottom of my Facebook. Ray Higdon. I'm big with Tony Robbins. I go to his events and stuff. Like, there's a lot of different people that you could follow that you'll learn a lot from. All right, so set the social media aside because I want to keep on rolling. We have a community, right? And the way that we set this up is so that it makes it duplicatable for everybody. So if you follow the way that we're trying to teach you how to do this, it should be very simple. First thing you do when you enroll somebody is send them to the Happiness Tribe team page. Make sure that they go to the Getting Started file first and the facts page first, right? Once they go through both of those, then, like I said before, then go into the team thread and ask questions if you don't see that in there, because the majority of the questions are in those two documents, all right? A lot of people are getting annoyed, like I mentioned before, that we're asking the same questions over and over. And I know if people are new, it's understandable. You're excited, you want to get in there, but go and read the documents first, because a lot of your questions will be answered that way. The other thing is, after you do that, get them into the Elevate, what is it? Elevating Others to a Better Life. That is our community page. If you guys haven't seen, it has grown tremendously, and a lot of people are getting a lot of traction in there because they're seeing all the different posts, right? They're seeing all the different befores and after, and the different testimonials on how people are feeling, and the different articles on why you need serotonin in your body, and why why should you not have sugar and stuff like that. Like, these are things that are going to boost our credibility with our customers, right? We're giving them content, we're giving them a lot of information, and that is exactly what that is for. The Elevating Others to a Better Life is to put our people into this group so that they could see what our community is doing, right? We're providing content, we're giving recipes sometimes, we're giving articles on information about what our products do. We're giving health information, not to say this cures this or this cures that, but why do we need the serotonin? Why do we need the dopamine? What they do in our body? Why we shouldn't have sugar? Stuff like that. And the befores and after and all the testimonial really resonates with people. I've had so many people message me and say, you know what, I'm really interested now because I see, all of this stuff that's going on. You guys really piqued my interest. So drop your people in. Remember to ask them first if they want to go into this group. If you're giving them a sample, tell them, I'm going to give you a sample. I'm going to add you to this group. You just ordered a 5-pack. I'm going to add you to this group. Just tell them, ask them, make sure that it's okay with them, and put them in, because it is doing wonders for everybody's business. And make sure you comment. Make sure you post in there your results. Like Brittany mentioned the other day, if you have a customer that texted you and said, oh my God, I just lost 5 pounds in 5 days. I'm so excited. I haven't lost anything in forever. Say, you know what? Would you mind please posting that in our community page? It would be really great, because that probably will resonate with other people. That would be terrific, right? It's very, very helpful. So basically that's that. And then we also have, remember, we have the business page, the Business of Happiness. That this week we're going to really start getting that going, to put anyone interested in becoming an Ellerpreneur into that page. And we're going to utilize it the same way that we use the other page, the customer page. All right. We're trying to make it as easy as possible for you guys. So, this way everything is very duplicatable. You may speak.
Thank you. What do you guys think about when we add a new promoter, tagging them on the welcome post if you're on my team page, or the FAQs and the Getting Started, and say, hey, I just added you to our team page and I tagged you on a couple things. Check that out and let me know let me know after you get back with me as soon as you check all that out. And have them basically getting started, like give them tasks. Once they finish that and they come back to you, then add them to the group chat.
Yes.
Because I literally think the first thing that they go to is like, I don't know what to do. I don't even know what website to give them. And they pop right in that group chat. Oh my God, I got someone asking if breastfeeding's okay. And they go in there. They don't take any time to do anything on their own because you put them straight into that group chat. So I don't know if you guys think that that's a good idea, but I think if we would just take that time to, welcome them in our page, tag them on some information, and get them to check out those, and then get back to you as soon as, and then after that, maybe the next day, add them into the group chat, because that's giving them time to look around and find some information out on their own.
Yep. I think that's perfect.
And I just got a message that come through. Don't tag them. I know Maria and we both have tons of good information on our team page. Do not tag them on 30 things. I swear to you, they will never look at all 30 things. Tag them on 1 or 2 things that you want them to look at, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Because they're going to go through, they're going to see stuff. They're going to be like, oh, okay, I'll look at this and I'll look at that. If they're very interested, they're definitely going to browse, right? And especially since there are a lot more testimonies on there now, they're going to start scrolling through. They're going to say, oh, you know what? I have a thyroid problem. Let me see what it says about thyroid. You know what I mean? I've suffered from depression. This is, let me see what they say about that. So they are going to be interested in more and more stuff. And, they're going to see our stuff pop up. So they're going to be in and out of it.
Maria, can I say something real quick?
Sure.
So basically, a very, 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 very important aspect of the customer page when you're adding your customers, as you said, definitely ask them first. There's nothing more annoying than being thrown in a page that you're like, what? And then after that, follow up. Like, you have to follow up. The fortune's in the follow-up. If you're putting people in these pages and not following up, that's not the point. So I know that seems kind of silly, but it's something that absolutely has to be mentioned. We've got to follow up with the customers after that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Brent, are you still there? Could you just quickly go back to the landing page, what you were going to talk about?
Can I ask you a question first?
Yep.
The Zoom meeting ID, is it always going to be the same?
I have it. It's set up. I put it in the happiness page. It's at least for the 6 weeks. I think the next 6 weeks it's the same.
Okay, but the Zoom meeting ID itself is going to be always the same?
Yeah.
Because you're hosting it, so it's always the same number, right?
Yep.
Perfect. Okay. I wanted to know that for sure. The
Yep.
landing page, actually, Brittany had already jumped on that, and Joseph had mentioned that. It's just simply a web page. So you're getting a .com address and making it appropriate for whatever you want. Mine is drinkcoffeebehappy.com. So I send it to customers, but somebody, I can't remember if it was Joseph or somebody else that brought it up, saying it won't work well in Facebook from iPhones. So somebody else had commented, send it by email or by text or something like that. So yes, if it's not going to work from an iPhone through Facebook Messenger, then find some other way to get it to them so that all they have to do is click on it. That's going to prevent all that other confusion from happening because they're going to have your link. Right, Joseph?
Yeah, well, and one thing I'll add to that is make sure that your .com is just simple enough that if you tell it to them, they can type it in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, so even if they open it in Facebook Messenger and like, oh, this doesn't work, they can just open Safari or Chrome or whatever they're on and type in your URL. Drink coffee, be happy. That's easy.
Mm-hmm.
Unless there's any weird spellings, that's easy.
No. Keep it simple. I follow the KISS theory, most definitely.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Yes.
And like Brent said, if you don't have a domain, that's okay. We're not telling everybody go out and buy a $50 domain. But if you don't have a domain, like he said, just get their phone number in Messenger. Just say, hey, I'll text you my link. Can I get your phone number? And then you can send them to them. And if you have the LFI or Shuffle card, you can send them that, and you just send it straight to their phone so that they can open it straight from text messages.
And
Facebook Messenger is just not working well.
No.
Yeah, and just make sure that you have a lot of different tools that you can send out, whether it's a web page or a business card or whatever, just a lot of different tools.
Well, speaking of tools, I just want to show you guys really quickly. I mean, I did get these. I got the brochures from the ellepreneurstore.com. I mean, they're good to hand out to people. I mean, they look professional. We got these. We got the 2 different ones. I got the cards. I got business cards, and I got these Elevate sample cards, right, that has all the information on it. So like I said, it looks professional. It's another tool to use that we could, you give out to people. And like I said, it has your information, so you're not scrambling to be giving people your stuff as well. But I always tend to, if I'm handing something out, guys, and I know a lot of you do this, good. If you're handing something out, you take down their information. You want to take their information, right? So that you have it for your contacts. Tanisha wants to know, do we show the product on the post like I love Smart Coffee? I mean, you want to have a curiosity post. You want to do your curiosity post, so you shouldn't always be showing what you have. That's why a lot of times we'll see people flip it over or have it turned around. This way, you don't want people to go Google it. You want people to talk to you and ask you what the hell you got going on.
No, just message her. See
Yep.
if she can put it to you or something.
What do you want to message me?
Is my mic on?
Yes.
Oh, hi, ladies. Hi. We were just wondering if we could get a snapshot of your card.
I have it on the Happiness Tribe page.
Well, of
It
course
is
you
okay.
do.
All right, good.
That was all.
I'm Lori, by the way.
Go look.
I will.
Yeah, go ahead.
While I got the mic, I mean, we can make it official. Where's
While you're on the stage, go ahead.
You had mentioned that they're caught up on shipping.
No, they're not caught up, but they're better than they were.
The 3rd and the 4th.
Yeah.
I have an order on the 1st still shown as posted.
So some things they aren't actually posting.
But it's flowing?
It should be, yeah. Unless something fell through the cracks, which this has happened. It's not like it hasn't happened recently.
Yep.
Unless something has fallen through the cracks, everything should be going out. Does not mean that you're going to get a tracking number yet. I got something and I didn't even have a tracking number on it. So I didn't even think it shipped and it came today.
Okay. I just know there's a couple within my team. So I just was wondering, we were both on the 1st and we were like hoping today it would change. So plus it's good to know what date you're talking about. So the 3rd and the 4th, they're
As of last night, it was the 3rd. So we would assume that today they got going to at least the 4th.
All right, beautiful. Thanks.
You're welcome.
All right, turn that thing off. oh yeah. One more question. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, sweetie. I'm Lori, for those of you who didn't hear me earlier. I wanted to actually talk to you and your husband personally about taking the Xanther Max and the coffee. My boyfriend, his papillary carcinoma is back, his thyroid. We just got the biopsy results today. So I wanted to talk to you both about that at some point, if we can make a time to just.
Absolutely. You need to get Bragg's. I think the baking soda that we have in there. Go look at the baking soda. You need to get organic. I'll take this offline too, but get organic baking soda. I think it's Bragg's. It's like $3 or $4, whatever, in a thing. And I'll give you the mixture. He needs to gargle with it, right? Several times a day, and have don't swallow the whole thing, but have a little bit drip down his throat to kind of coat it, and it creates a barrier so it doesn't spread.
Okay. Because I know right now we have quite a few more biopsies to undergo. He's got a couple of lymph nodes that are affected and another lesion behind his tonsil that they have to go endoscopically and get a biopsy of. But the initial biopsies, he already had his thyroid removed. He's already had a couple tumors removed. Been through ionizing radiation. It was unsuccessful. So, we're just kind of looking for anything right now.
we did a lot of different holistic things, which is how I was brought to this company, because
yeah, definitely. We'll get on the phone some other time and talk
yeah. But definitely get the. I'll message you guys after this because I don't think he found it. But we have it's baking soda. I bought it on Amazon. I bought a 4-pack for like $12, so they're like $3 each. And like I said, you gargle with it, you mix it with water, you gargle with it, and you let it just drip a little bit down his throat.
Nice.
So yeah, and it definitely creates a barrier.
That's
one of the things that Kevin taught us. So Kevin is our formulator, guys, and he's like all knowing for everything.
The man.
He is the man, and he led us to a doctor that we've been trying to get in touch with, and he's cured hundreds of thousands of people with like bad cancer. Not that there's any good cancer, but cancer where they were terminal and given like, weeks to live. He's cured them with baking soda. Painful.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we got a lot of good information from Kevin.
Excellent. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Peace out.
Anything else?
Good luck.
Muting now.
All right, guys. Does the last thing I want to say is we all need to be organized, because, I'm sure you guys are seeing business is building very rapidly. And the more you put it out there, the more it's going to build quickly. So definitely make yourself organized. Kelly, would you mind giving, they shut themselves off. Kel, would you mind telling us about your weekends, please?
You got it. Okay, so first of all, it was absolutely incredible because I was there with a bajillion top earners from different companies. And that in itself, the networking capabilities and learning from them, having a drink with them, having meals with them. I was able to do the VIP, which I highly recommend because we were able to all sit together at lunch and that sort of thing. But it was just so enlightening that there's so much power, especially in the social media. I was shocked to see some of the things that people are doing, and truly we don't have to bombard our friends and family and, go door to door and that sort of thing. You really can make a difference in the social media communities, and how you can really powerfully use it without spamming, without, creating, like I did, unfortunately, last year, putting the company's post all over my page, links, that kind of stuff. It was just absolutely enlightening to truly understand the power of this business. And they talked about building quality teams. And one of the things that was critical, and I thought, we've got to start doing this more. Instead of doing for them, we need to teach them to do for themselves. So basically, instead of where can I find this, instead of just sending them a link, send them instructions on, you can find this and go here, here, and here. And like you just did, someone asked a question, I put it on the happiness page. Keep redirecting so that we don't enable them to, just look to us. One of the most important things that one of the top earners said was, work to make yourself irrelevant. And that's a hard thing to do for people that, are large and in charge. And another critical thing that someone told me, and I've got to get the exact wording down. I'm going to text him again and ask him to share it with me again, because this was just in general conversation. He said there's 3 critical things to this business, and any one of the 3 that you mess up by communicating, however you communicate with people, if you're communicating in a way that makes them believe in any 3 of those situations that they couldn't do it, they could not be you, they could not handle this, let's say the science, let's say the sales side, like, oh, I'm not a salesperson like them, therefore I couldn't do that. I can't understand the science behind it, therefore I couldn't do that. Any message we send to people that tells them, even just subconsciously, he's like, you lose. You're not going to build a big team. People are not going to push past that. So he said, the key is keeping it completely duplicatable and using these systems that we've put in place. What?
I was going to say, where that thought doesn't come in their mind.
Right. Where that thought does not go in their mind. They need to kind of think, man, if she can do it, I can do it. If we can keep it that simple by using the systems that we're putting in place, Maria, here with customer page and the business pages so that they're like, all she did was tell me about this smart coffee and then throw me in a page and it kind of took care of itself. If we send that message, this team will absolutely explode.
100%.
Yeah, how easy it is. The other thing that happened at the end of the weekend I thought was interesting. Ray talked about bringing value. Find your value. Bring value to your customers. Bring value to your community. And he did this thing at the end, and I hope I'm not messing it up for anybody that attends one of his events. So if you attend, then you have to say, you have to opt out of this particular side of things because it's a pretty powerful thing he does at the end that, if you know the answer, it's just really not fair to play. Yeah. So I'm going to give you all the answer. So I don't want you to, participate. Let's do the honor system here. And is it called the money game? The money game. So my roommate, I can't show you here because she's in her pajamas and she'd be really mad at me. Although after what you did with Michael today.
Don't do that.
Anyway, she is now an Ellepreneur. Woo! Yay, I'm so excited. She's going to rock it out. And she's got the most fabulous name. Her name is Kelly. So anyway, so we had a blast this weekend together. But in the money game, he asked, was it 4 people? Yep. 4 people to come up on stage. And he asked them to tell their story. And he said, I want you to do whatever you feel like you need to do to win the money, win the audience over and win the money. Okay. There was money on the table and he collected money through the whole audience. Yeah. And there was $3,600 and they had to convince the audience that they deserved the money. And it was unbelievable. Now, please understand, y'all, he was not trying to be an ass, excuse my French, but this was a very powerful moment because a lot of people do this. They all got up there. There was not one dry eye in the house. And the stories that they told were like tear-jerking. Give me the money because I have this story that will just break your heart and I deserve it because my son died or my dog died or I've had anxiety and depression or, the stories were on and on and on, right?
And each story got worse.
Each story got worse. That was the other thing too. Although the last guy wasn't horrible. Anyway, but basically the stories were like, good. You just felt, I was definitely tearing up and struggling because
like you wanted to write him a check.
You wanted to write him a check for sure. But at the same time, he told him, what did he say? He said, the bottom line is that his wife went up and did that. And what she said to the crew was, guys, you vote for me and I'm going to give my course for free. I'm going to give you social media training. I'm going to give you, and she listed some value that she was going to bring to them. And she won the money. And so the point that he tried to make was this weekend, we spent the entire weekend stressing to you guys, bring value to your community. Every single one of us have value in us. And you have to determine what is that you can share. He's like, if you don't know the answers or if you're interested in a certain subject and you want to share about it, read an article, find something that the 5 tips to, I don't know, a flatter belly, and then share that. You can even talk about that you read that in this article, right? He said, it's okay to communicate that I didn't come up with this, that this is where I figured this out, right? People love you sharing value. Okay. So he talked to all them and said, basically, guys, what you just did was you tried to make people feel sorry for you and you deserve the money because they should feel sorry for you. And again, there were some gut-wrenching stories. And so he's like, look, I don't want to be an ass here. I'm just telling you, when you go out into the world and that's your story, he said, what ends up happening is people are not, you can't go to your family and go, look, I helped you move 2 months ago, so you got to buy my coffee. Or look, Granny, I got to get my kids through college, so you have to support my business. He said, we have to bring value and we have to attract people. So
he also said, always assume they're thinking what's in it for me.
Yeah, always assume people want to know what's in it for them. That's just the way it works. And he's like, the less talking you do, the more you allow them to do, the faster you're going to get the sale, because you'll know their why, you'll know what you can target, that sort of thing. But it was so powerful because, you know, a lot of times people do that. They're like, hey, I've had this horrible situation. Feel sorry for me. Buy from me. And that is not at all what's going to sustain a business. So that there are some nuggets, I would say. Would you say anything else that was super crazy? I mean, it was
No, just
one
with
after
that,
the other
yeah,
after the other.
just
Oh,
with that game, it
no.
was-
Here's one that y'all need to write down legit. And this pretty much summed up so much of the importance of the weekend. I will help on line 1. I will help you on line 2 build your business on line 3. So basically, you're here to help them build their business, not I'm going to build your business for you, but I will help you build your business. So there's some key things in there that one of the speakers talked about that I thought was just very, very powerful. And
yeah, she starts with the middle, and it says, you build your business.
yeah.
And then she goes,
said,
I will help.
yeah, she said basically,
Could you repeat? Brent wants to know how you did the spacing. So I will say it again.
I will help on line 1, and then you is on line 2, and line 3 is build your business.
You build
Yeah.
your business.
And then she said, and then you can take line 1 and 2 or line 2 and 3. She can say, I will help you, or you build your business. In other words, the center is you. This is your business. We're independent contractors. So she's like, I don't care if you lose your upline, downline, sideline, backline, you know, this is your business. And she's also the one that said, you need to become irrelevant. You need to make sure that if you fall off the face of the earth, that everything, the systems are in place to keep things going. And we have a heck of a team here with some phenomenal leaders. Thank you so much, Maria, for what you do. Brittany as well. Bridget, you're definitely in there, you know, working hard. I mean, there's just several of us that work together as a good team, and we need to make sure we communicate that. Another thing that I know y'all probably aren't going to like this too much that I say, but they're like, the bottom line is there's an 80-15-5 rule. Okay. People are in the 80% group. They said, it doesn't matter. Your children are 80-15-5. So 80% of the people are going to be, I'm going to earn $200 to $300 a month, be okay with that, get my product for free, be okay with that. We need to love them where they're at and be okay with it. He's like, there's nothing wrong with the 80%ers. Then there's the 15%. And they said, this is a rule that goes across the board. It is just what it is. You're not going to change it. You can't, it's like trying to change gravity, right? You want to seek out the 15%. The 15%ers are going to be like, I want to earn 1,000, 2,000, and I'm a rock star. I love it. This is all I'm seeking, right? He said the 80%ers love being around the community. They love being a part of something. They love the couple of $100. They love the free product. It's okay. Don't try to force your team. Don't try to force your team, please, to be all that 5%. It's just not reality, and you will push your team away. Don't tell them, oh my gosh, how come all my people aren't on the Zoom? Don't tell them everybody needs to do X, Y, or Z, right? We communicate, we encourage, and certainly there's a lot of power in a lot of the things that are said here for sure. But you're not going to get those 80% to get to the 5%. It's just not going to happen. And then you're going to push them away. So a lot of network marketers make that mistake. The 15%, like I said, they're in the next category of they want a little bit more. And then you've got your 5%ers. And they're like, hey, love every single one of them where they're at, appreciate them, absolutely appreciate them, and go from there. But don't try to force the 80%ers to be the 5%, because you will mess up your business. I mean, that was a big message that we got, right? A 2-hour-long message of several examples of that. So, and they're right. I mean, I think it's critical. So those are some nuggets for sure, but just being in the presence of these people, that was another thing that was so interesting. There were some people that have been in it for a long time, like 30 years, made tons of money, very successful, the most down-to-earth, regular people. I mean, I personally, it's not like I think I'm better than anyone, but I'm not intimidated to speak to anyone. I'm just not. I just know that you and I have different skill sets. I have respect for you for what you do. You need to have respect for me. I'm a human being. I have a different skill set. Just because I don't have your skill set at this moment, or I haven't achieved what you have, doesn't mean I'm just not, I don't care about all that. But the interesting thing is, a lot of people put them on a pedestal. And the coolest part about it is they really are no different from us. No different. They are the 5%ers. People that are still in this Zoom right here are the 5%ers. Like, I mean, that's just the reality, right? People that are pushing harder, but they're no different from us. They have struggles. They have fears. They have, real life problems. They're just no different from us. And that's very powerful to know that you're sitting there with someone that's been through quite a bit and they've achieved, but they're really, truly no different from us. So all of us can do it. We have the power and the value inside of us to make this happen. We just have to go after it. So does that help?
Yeah.
That's a summary of 3 days of long, oh my gosh. I drove, just so y'all know, I started at 7 a.m. on Thursday, and I got to my roommates that in the hotel that I'd never met at 3 a.m.
Wow.
3 a.m. I knock on the door. I never met her. Thank God it wasn't the wrong room, right? Go in and sorry, good night. We had to be there at 9 in the morning. Thank God it wasn't 8. And I also lost an hour, by the way, because I come from Central Time Zone. Yeah, when I figured that one out, I was not a happy mama. But anyway, and then we didn't go to bed, I don't think, before 1 o'clock any of the nights. And I mean, I can't even tell you. I was running on so much excitement and adrenaline and desire that I could barely sleep anyway, right? Mm-hmm. So it was amazing. I highly recommend people doing these kinds of things like you're talking about. Watch the YouTube videos. It's available to all of us. You don't have to do what I did. I just know that I have to jump in the deep end and just start swimming. And it was phenomenal. But all of us can do exactly this. Yes. Okay.
Yep. And while you're on that, to add to that, a bunch of us are going to do the women's leadership.
Oh, yeah.
In what are the dates, guys? Do we remember?
April. It's April. I don't remember when though.
Right. It's April. It's in Vegas. It's 2 days. I think it's April 13th and 14th, or 14th and 15th. It's women leaders in network marketing, I believe it is. If you are interested in going, let us know, because we're going to I'm going to buy a 10-pack, and it's Brent.
What do you think?
Brent said him and Nick are going to carry the luggage.
I love it.
But it's $100 off a ticket if we buy a 10-pack, and I believe we have like 6 people who want to go already. So
yeah, Kelly,
so message us, and we will we'll give you the details. It's gonna be awesome. Nicole, you want to go too?
I would love more info, please.
Got it.
That thing is amazing.
Yeah.
I watched last year's it's like 15 or 20-minute clip. It's on YouTube. Amazing.
Yeah, there's a lot of these guys, they're really, like Kelly said, it's really good to go to these things. I mean, I did, in July, I did Tony Robbins. I mean, these events they're really life-changing. They are absolutely life-changing when you go to them.
And I will say one more thing. You're not supposed to go and really recruit other people, but
you did a pretty good job of that.
Hey, hi,
Yeah,
Shreya.
right.
But listen, Linda.
She gave out like 15 samples.
I gave out more than that.
No, at our lunch table one day.
Yeah, but my point is, you're not supposed to do that.
Before I even got in, I was giving out samples.
I know. She was legit, promoting. I'm like, are you kidding me? We're signing you up tonight. This is stupid. But anyway, my point is, you're not supposed to do that. But I signed up 2, possibly 3 kick-ass promoters. So I'm super, super excited about that. But you have to be chill about it. You know, you can't go in there. Ray will kick you to the curb if you're
Kelly, is he speaking at our conference?
I believe so. I didn't ask him, but I did get to talk to his wife, who has a mother with myasthenia gravis, which is my daughter's situation. So I am definitely connected to them at a higher level because of that. And so I'll reach out and ask him that question. But I was told he was going to, so I just assumed he was.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, y'all are gonna love him, and he's freaking hysterical too. He really is.
Yeah, so he's one of the people that you guys should be following, guys.
Yes.
Rank Makers.
There's a group, I will tell y'all, there's a group called Rank Makers. If you look on my profile, you'll see that I have the thing that says I'm a rank maker. It's $20 a month. Is it 20? It's $20 a month, and you will there's no way you will spend $20 in the month that has more value than that. Yeah. You just won't.
He literally posts a video every
posts
day.
every single day, and the content is sick good.
And if you don't have time to watch his post one day, which you should really be making time, everybody, for personal development every single day. Just forget about business-wise, just for yourself. You need to have that. And you'll watch how you grow over the course of time. If you don't have time to watch his video that day, on Sundays or Saturdays, he sends you a recap of every video from the week. He sends you an email with everything in it. So
yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's so good there's just so much value in there. And the other thing, again, don't, prospect rank makers. That'll get you booted super quickly, especially in the group. But those people are extraordinarily helpful. You can post in there, hey, here's the thread that I have with this prospect. Here's how it's going. What do you recommend? Like, you can put your own personal, screenshots of Messenger of, how you're handling the communication, and they will all jump in and give you feedback. So that is, we're talking some flipping successful people here, all at your, fingertips. So, and everybody just loves the community as a whole, growing and building. You don't have to be with the same team. So it really is invaluable. I just have to tell you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I cannot wait. I can't wait to see in a year. I can't even imagine my business.
Yeah.
So. Yeah,
but it just keep in mind, everybody, you need to follow up with everything that they teach you. You need to implement it, because if you don't implement it, it falls by the wayside.
Oh, he said that was awesome, Maria. That was a huge point. He's like,
Take
look,
action.
I have this book. Can you see it? And this thing is full. It's halfway full. I can't even tell you. And he's like, if you go home and that stuff stays in that book and you don't utilize any of it, don't come back. Like, it's not worth,
Right.
You have to do what we're talking about. But he also has something. Have you seen his tracker?
Yep.
Yeah. So every week we have to track. We have
Did you
to
see the people running through it on Sunday nights that they, because I haven't even been able to do it because I forget that it has to be in, and I'm like, oh my God. And I see people that I know, they're like running, like, I have to get my tracker up.
Right. So it's good because it's accountability. He truly is like, I want you, and he'll bust your chops. I have to say, he's like, and he's legit with this. He says, listen, in this group, the stuff I say and do with you guys, don't go do that to your 80%. He's like, this is a 5% group, and that's why we do these things. But he'll bust your chops, Why are you in this group? You're not even going to update the tracker? Don't even, he busts our chop. But that's good. It's just a high level group. So anybody that wants to be in that 5%, I would say if you're not in that group, I don't know what to tell you. You should be. You should be. So, especially after seeing what Kelly posted in there tonight. Anyway, that's a funny story, but yeah, y'all have to get in the group and you can see it.
Yeah. It's good. It really is good stuff. There are a couple of big time guys that I like to follow, and it's the content is really it's really important. That's why, like, when they say you want to provide value, guys, that's the whole point of why we created the Elevating Others to a Better Life. We want to have content in there. I don't want you to get mad at night when I go in and I remove the welcomes to everybody. Everybody's welcome. We're happy that everybody's in there, but I don't like, I want it to be content driven. You know what I mean? Like, you can put it in and I'm okay with that. Just don't get mad when I take it out at night. It doesn't have to stay up for days. And, but I want people to go in there and say, "Oh, I want to read this article," or "Oh, look at what she said about this," or "Look at what he said about that," or "That's a great recipe, for this." Or, we want to provide content. We want to provide information to people. We want to educate people because that's what's going to keep them there.
So let me say one more thing about that welcome. If there's any suggestion I can say, I would really appreciate it, especially in that happiness thread. It just floods so fast. I can't even watch it anymore. I can't even try to keep up with it. But one thing that I've started doing in my thread is when I welcome someone, I just say, please comment on this thread, like push the little happy heart, like, thumbs up, whatever, on this comment. Don't put welcome, 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 welcome. Because what happens is it drives the thread down, and then you have to keep scrolling up to see anything worth value. And I love welcoming people too. I think I'm probably, hopefully, one of the most welcoming people that I know. I try to be that way, but at the same time, it's like, oh my gosh, it just overwhelms the threads. So if we could start and I'm putting, please welcome so-and-so, just like this thread, this comment. Don't write welcome 1,000 times. So, and if maybe we could have a welcome post, a pinned welcome post, and put the new people in there that just say, jump in here and welcome my, we could go in there every day, and see who's new and welcome them if we want to. So I don't know, just an idea.
Yep. Yeah, no, I think that's great. We try that, but it doesn't always happen that way.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. But all right, guys. Does anybody have any questions? Anything that you want to go over? I know a lot of people are dropping off now because we're going on 2 hours.
I want to say one thing for you 5%ers. I saw this on a post the other day from another social media expert, and it really hit home, and it literally brought me to tears. And so I want to talk to you 5%ers because it's huge, and it's something that we do oftentimes too much. We personally develop to grow our business all the time. We listen to Ray Higdon, and we listen to Brian Fryer, and we listen to all these people, and we spend so much time growing. We spend so much time talking to our teams and our customers and posting curiosity. Guys, don't lose sight, and I'm going to cry again. Don't lose sight of what's most important, and it's your family. If you're not doing personal development to grow as a mom and a wife, you're missing the mark. You're missing the mark. Take time to grow as a business person for sure, because we all have so much room to grow there. But don't miss the mark as a mom and a wife. We have room to grow there too. As a godly woman, we have room to grow there too, to grow with God. So I felt that on my heart to say that too. Someone posted that the other day, and I was like, oh my gosh, they said, does your personal development match your mission? And a lot of our missions is all about our family. However, we don't invest or grow at all as moms or wives or with God or anything. We just focus on growing in our business. And so the numbers don't matter at the end of the day. They really don't. It's our family. So I just want to throw that out there too. I know we've been on here 2 hours taking time away from our family. So I just felt like we needed to make sure that that's always on the forefront.
Hey, Brittany, can I just add to that super, super quickly? I met a guy that was 37 years old, and we had a great time talking. Mm-hmm. And he isn't married, doesn't have kids, it doesn't have a serious relationship. And when we left there, he was a super nice guy. But Kelly even looked at me and she said, "You know why he's single?" I said, "Why?" "Because he's adorable and very successful, by the way, so has a lot of money." And she said, "Because all he does is this business." That's all he does. He does not, you can tell he's like 24/7 in this mode. So you're exactly right. And I thought to myself, oh my gosh, how sad that, that's exactly what you're talking about there. And he was a prime example, and I really liked him. But do you see what I'm saying? Brittany, that's exactly on point. So thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. It's true. And that goes to the whole thing with, what Sean Acor says, and we'll end it with this, that happiness, in order to be successful, you have to be happy first. You don't get happy because you find success. You have to be happy, and then it will all come to you. So it's the same thing. It's the same concept. Everything falls into place if you work on yourself. So that's why I'm really, really big on self-development, personal development. I talk about it a lot, and I know, like, I get annoying when I say you really need to do it, but you really, guys, like, you really get, if you don't have time to read a book, get like Audible and stuff like that, and throw headsets in when you drive, whatever. It's really, really beneficial for every aspect of your life. All right, guys. I'm going to end this now. If you need anything throughout the week, give me a call. Please, 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 as you get your mud mask, comment on that post and say that you received it, right? Underneath where you said that you wanted it, tell me that you received it, because it got sent out to everybody. All right. And hopefully by next Monday, we will all be wearing all my masks and taking a selfie. And they'll bet it, you see everybody's name. That's not going to be next week. Everybody's going to have mud masks on their face, and everybody's going to be showing it, because we're going to be posting it, what we do on our team calls. All right. We want to show a sense of community. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention is, if you've been posting, it doesn't matter if it was 3 weeks ago or a month ago, if you've been posting graphics for people who rank up or achieve something, drop it in the Business of Happiness page, because that's business related, and we're going to start, I want to start putting those things in there too. Even though we don't have prospects in there yet, I want to start to get the content in there so people could, we'll see what we're doing as far as business wise. All right, people, have a wonderful week. Enjoy. Reach out if you need anything. Have a good one. I'll put this up as soon as it downloads. I will get it up for you. All right. Have a good night. Good night, guys.